That right there was in Haifa in Israel, the northern area. Donald Trump is a complete and total idiot. After Donald Trump launched strikes against Iran, joining Israel in the war against Iran, Donald Trump started posting on social media, "Now's the time for peace. Now's the time to make a deal." Iran says no. When you bomb them, they're not going to go and want to make a deal. It's the stupidest thing ever, Donald. And so last night into the morning, you had Iran launching dozens and dozens of ballistic missiles that hit Haifa, that hit Tel Aviv. I mean, it looked disastrous. I mean, the casualties, the injuries, the destruction to buildings, it's all still being figured out. But let me just show you what Tel Aviv looks like right now. Here's extensive damage due to a direct Iranian missile strike in Tel Aviv. Here, play this clip. More heavy damage from Tel Aviv right here after Iran hit Tel Aviv directly with ballistic missiles. Play this clip. There's another image where something very big, ballistic missiles, hit Tel Aviv in the morning. Let's play this clip right here. Now, after Donald Trump launched the strikes on Iran, Donald Trump claimed they were very successful. And he said, "Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter." And then Donald Trump, right before he gave that bizarre address where he said, God, I thank you, God. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel. God bless the United States. It's interesting that the United States went third. Donald Trump posted, "Iran must now agree to end this war." It's not what Iran did in response. As we told you, American propaganda media was like, Iran's going to surrender. I'm like, no, they're not. What are you talking about? Iran's a country of 90 million people. Iran still has a massive stockload of ballistic missiles. And here's more massive smoke spotted in Haifa after Iran's attack there. Let's play it.
Wow.
Here's more documentation of the Iranian ballistic missile impact earlier on a residential area in Haifa, northern Israel. Play this clip. Here's footage showing incoming Iranian ballistic missiles over the West Bank and into central Israel. Play this clip. Here's a overhead angle of one of the impacts to the city of Haifa. Play this clip. And you can see over here on this map that I'm showing you, the barrage of ballistic missiles launched by Iran. Now, as Juliette Kayyem, who's spot on in her analysis always, here she says the following: "I don't know if this was successful," regarding Trump's attack on Iran with the B-2s. "I don't know if this was successful or just attacks on surface level access, but there are consequences, and so here are issues to discuss beyond tactics. The Strait of Hormuz Reporting suggests about 50 oil tankers scrambling to get out, so there may be fears that it cannot be navigated soon, and that will impact the global economy. American interests as targets abroad, including troops, European targets, or U.S. targets people abroad. Homeland security threats with our entire DHS apparatus now focused on ICE and the evisceration of counterterrorism and counter-cyber capacities. Therefore, would be nice to have confidence in our intelligence, but the last few days suggest our own, let alone our allies, are all being ignored. As you now know, the head of our counterterrorism is a 22-year-old guy named Thomas Fugate, who was appointed to lead the DHS counterterrorism. He was like a 22-year-old intern who they basically made the head of counterterrorism with no experience at all. I mean, it's utterly embarrassing. You've got the blowback, not just in terms of Iran. You also have the blowback from the Trump supporters. You have a lot of Trump supporters who were watching Steve Bannon's stream when they were covering the United States joining Israel in the war against Iran. All these people posting, I don't support this war, easy to get into, hard to get out of. We're not going to fight for Israel. Donald Trump posted on his Instagram him saluting a photograph of the American flag after the attacks on the Iranian nuclear sites. And a lot of Trump supporters were commenting, I've supported you since 2016, and this is the first time I can say I'm disappointed in your actions. Let Israel fight their own war. There's no reason for the U.S. to get involved. Another Trump supporter, most disappointed president in my lifetime. No mass deportations, no meaningful tariff, no Epstein files, starting a new war, didn't end Ukraine war, no digital bill of rights. But what are we getting? There are officially genders-based, a mass surveillance takeover with Palantir because the Patriot Act wasn't bad enough, the destruction of free speech and legal persecution. Someone else goes, you just lost a majority of your base right there. More comments coming in from Trump supporters like this. Didn't vote for this. You are a failure. And by the way, Donald Trump on his Instagram also posted ICE agents dressed in military gear attacking swap meets in Los Angeles. And people were saying, y'all act tough going into a swap meet with unarmed civilians. It's a swap meet, not Afghanistan. How embarrassing. This isn't a war zone. It's a swap meet. What the hell are you doing? We've also gotten a comment from Iran's foreign minister as well. Iranian Foreign Minister Saeed Abbas Araghchi says the following. The United States, a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, has committed a grave violation of the UN Charter, international law, and the NPT by attacking Iran's peaceful nuclear installations. The events this morning are outrageous and will have everlasting consequences. Each and every member of the UN must be alarmed over this extremely dangerous, lawless, and criminal behavior. In accordance with the UN Charter and its provisions, allowing a legitimate response in self-defense, Iran reserves all options to defend its sovereignty, interests, and its people. I think this meme right here sums it all up. The MAGA supporters who were all anti-war are now like, war is good. Malcolm Nance, friend of the Midas Touch Network, says the following. What are Iran's worst case scenario options? Bombard every U.S. base in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Qatar, Bahrain with short-range ballistic missiles. Mine the Strait of Hormuz. Declare a shipping embargo until the U.S. is economically broken. Launch IRGC and Iraqi PMF commandos by the tens of thousands against Gulf state oil fields. Call in Shia jihad against any and all Americans worldwide and spill their blood. Also overthrow the government of Iraq and radicalize the Shia. That's where we're at right now. And Donald Trump's a complete and utter idiot. There's no foresight. People warned against this. He thought that Iran was just going to shake his hand and say, okay, we're going to do a deal now. Trump couldn't even do a deal with Canada. He can't do a deal with Mexico. And there was already a deal with Canada and Mexico called the USMCA. that Trump did, which he basically plagiarized NAFTA and made a few changes back in 2018, 2019. He can't make a deal where there was already a deal. You think he can make a deal with Iran? And by the way, he's going it alone. Basically, him and Netanyahu, not dealing with our allies in NATO or when he was at the G7. Nope, it's just Trump and Netanyahu. That's who's planning this ridiculous thing. And you see the blowback right there. Iran's not saying they want to do a deal. And now, we're in a never-ending war in the Middle East. What a pathetic idiot he is. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers.
Can't get enough Midas? Check out the Midas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MidasPlus.com.